On the Ball Spreads Prediction Show, coming to you guys live on Tequila Thursday, where I got my buddy Scully. We're going to pour up, pour out, and get lit. Let me go ahead and throw the cowboy hat on because, man, we have been rolling today to start the day. We hit a 5-leg Wimbledon parlay, guys. Absolutely swept the top plays on Wimbledon, cashed the lock. We moved on into baseball. We have the over 7.5 runs on the Rays and Royals. That has already cashed us, guys. We have the spread on the Pirates. That is trending to cash us, guys. We are absolutely rolling right now in the morning. And without further ado, plus 17,000 Junior Caminero and Brandon Lowe, both hitting and both going yard in the first inning. It pays to play with On the Ball Spreads. If you want my premium plays, click the Winible link in the descriptions tab. Sign up today. Use code word tequila. You'll save more. All right, guys, let's lock in. Let's talk about this slate. Yesterday was fantastic. Cashing Phillies, MLB lock of the day. Brewers play of the day. Morocco doubled down on them on the live line. Minus 190. Cashed us on soccer. Brazil cashed us. Bosnia cashed us. It was a great day yesterday. And the way we're picking up today, again, when Morocco didn't win the first half yesterday, and I told the chat, double down, without a doubt, and they went on to win 4-2, that's when I knew I was feeling it. And we went on, cashed the Phillies, cashed the Brewers. They were sweats, guys. I mean, the Phillies fucking came back in the top of the ninth. So, you know, I love being on that side of things. I'm surprised to see the Phillies allow themselves to get in that spot. They were facing a righty pitcher, but hey, they didn't take advantage of it. I think it hurt not having Schwarber in the lineup. I think he makes his return today. But guys, let's get into the slate. I'm just really excited to see how well we performed yesterday, how well we've performed really all week long. There's only about, out of the last maybe 10 days, we've only had about 2 rough days. Only 2 out of the last 10, man. So we should be having plenty of money in those pockets, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Even on this show, we did decent yesterday, and I think the day before, what was it? What day did we not hit that well on? It was a 6 and 8 day. It might have been on Sunday, but there, you know, we've been pretty spot on all week long, where we've picked more winning plays than losing, and that's what's more important than anything. All right, guys, you already know that I'm on the Tampa Bay over 7.5, 8.5. We'll see where that shakes out. We played the 7.5. I do think it goes to 8 over 8.5. You guys already know I'm on the Pittsburgh Pirates side of things here. So that's where those first 2 early games go. All right, guys, on this first game up here, 345, it's the Giants. You got Latin Root taking on Jeffrey Springs. I'm not a big fan of what I've seen out of Jeffrey Springs as of late. Look, 6 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 4 earned runs. Landon Rope, he's moving in the other direction. 2 earned runs, 4-1. He did have that 8 showing against Milwaukee, but he's actually played better over the last couple games as opposed to that rough stretch that he had, I believe, in early April is what it was, maybe early May. But yeah, guys, let's talk about this. I like what I've seen out of the bats here. Bryce Eldridge has been hitting the ball well. Casey Schmidt's been hitting the ball well. Matt Chapman. The only thing is Jeffrey Springs is a lefty. The Giants haven't hit lefties all that well, but they have improved here in the month of June. I think that they can continue that trend. They can get to Jeffrey Springs. Give me a Latin Root to keep the A's bats quiet here at home in a hitter or in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. And give me the Giants here on the money line at minus 136. All right, let's go ahead and clear this watch list, guys. This here is Blowout Alert. Y'all know it's my application, built by Sports FBI, partnered with them. So, guys, highly recommend you download this today. Sign up for free. It is in the descriptions tab. Blowout Alert. I get all my plays here. Like, let's just take a look at this game. It's giving 17 engine points to the Giants. What are some of those engine points? They've got a better run differential over the last 10 games. They have a strikeout edge on the Oakland A's lineup. They have a better starting pitcher quality, and we knew that with Latin Roop. His FIP 3.19 versus Jeffrey Springs 6.62. There are a couple key injuries in the hitting order for the A's. Zach Jaloff, Jacob Wilson, both out. San Francisco has home field advantage. There's a lot of things moving in their direction, guys. So I would highly recommend maybe taking a look at this. I don't always side with what, you know, the data spits out, but this is what the point is, and this is why it was built by me, built by my partner, all this data collection, you know, how my mind thinks, how our mind thinks, how can we make this thing streamlined to give you a better edge, right? Like the whole point in gambling is, should I lay the juice or should I not? That's it. Should I lay the juice or should I take the value? Which one do I go with? Because, the books price it that way. If it's a minus 200, that's a 66% implied probability that minus 200 is going to win 66%. But there's a 34% side that it loses. So what is the edge here? And that's our goal as an app, is to guide you in the data, the sequencing of data. What makes more sense? To pay the juice or play the value side when it comes to game lines, to play the percentage points when it comes to player props. So I feel like we're doing a great job on that, guys. And, I'm not going to agree with everything on this app. I think there's going to be one or two today that I'm not going to agree with. Like, where's one? Like, this right here is reading Boston. I'm not sure why it's reading Boston, but I don't agree. If it's telling us Boston strength, I don't agree with that. I think it's the Yankees. But I think that's probably the only one that I saw today. Maybe Nationals I don't quite agree with, and we can get into that one and look. But everything else is pretty spot on. I agree with what it's spitting out on the game lines. I think it's a sharp app. I think we've built something special. You can go in here and click on James Woods. You can look at, what ballparks he's hit well at, where he performs his best. You can look at what pitch he performs well against. I mean, you can go over here to suspects, guys. You can break down on what players to get into. So we're making a couple changes on this side of things with the suspects. But, I always just say go to value plays here. If you're looking for a guy for a hit, just go to value plays, click on hits, and it'll filter how often they've hit this in the last 15 games. So 73% of the time, Pete Crow Armstrong has got a hit, guys. And what I would like to do is, because you're going to pay the juice, right, for one hit with him, probably like a minus 300, I would just see how often he gets 2 hits, and maybe just play the total base on him. So he actually gets a lot of total bases. Well, he's had 1 double here, but he probably gets a lot of total bases as well. You probably can click on the value play for total bases, and I bet he's right there. Yep, there he is. I would play the total base for PCA on the over. But, guys, I just wanted to show you around the app, get off track, talk about that. But we covered the early game here with the Giants, minus 130 on the money line. All right, that's where we're going to go on this one. Now we're going to move into the 640 slate, guys, the 640 slate. But before we do, today's show is brought to you by Onyx Odds. Spin 10, get 200. You can get this link in the descriptions tab. Sign up today with code word on the ball. You'll get $200 when all you do is spend 10. Let's get into it, guys. 640 slate. We're going to go rapid fire through this. We've been talking for about 7 minutes now, and I would like to get through this in about another 7 so I can go grab me my morning coffee, get my soccer plays posted here in the next 30 minutes as the first game starts at 4 p.m. So let's get into this, guys. I want to just double check that because that did scare me this morning when I was like, why is it 4 o'clock when they've been 3 o'clock every day? Yeah, it is still 4 o'clock. Just make sure they didn't change the game times on me or anything. All right, guys. Houston, Detroit. Look, I like Imai. Imai is, I think, a good pitcher. I know it says Jason Alexander here, but Troy Melton hasn't showed me what I want to see over the last couple games. I know he had a really good outing last game, but look, he's not doing it for me. And you know what's not doing it for me more than Troy Melton is the Tigers' offense. Their bats have been atrocious. They're one of the worst teams in the league as far as batting percentage. They're dead last when it comes to driving in runners from scoring position. Houston Astros, complete opposite. They can hit the ball. They can get after them. I think that the Houston Astros can get after Troy Melton today. Give me the Astros here on the money line. I like this play. Let's keep it moving into the next one. All right, we've got the Phillies taking on the Washington Nationals. We got Chris Sanchez taking on Cade Cavalli. It's no secret that Chris Sanchez is an ace in this lineup. He has only given up more than 1 or 2 earned runs in the last 20 starts. And that was, I think, against who? That was against Milwaukee, right? Yeah. I mean, he is absolutely rolling. But Cade Cavalli's no slouch either. If you wanted to play Cade Cavalli today in the Nats, I understand. I get it. But he's a righty. We know the Phillies hit righties really well. I say the spot play for the Phillies is when they face a decent lefty pitcher. You go against them. Doesn't matter what the team's doing batting-wise, bullpen-wise. If it is a lefty that can get you 6 innings, go ahead and play that side. Cade Cavalli is not that. Chris Sanchez is a dog. He's an ace. Give me the Phillies here on the money line. These bats for the Nats do scare me, so I might stay away from that run line. I'll take the minus 167. I'll pay the juice. Go ahead, give me the Phillies on the money line. All right, this next one up is the Toronto Blue Jays. Got Kevin Gausman on the mound. I haven't been impressed by Kevin Gausman, guys. Look, 7 earned runs in his last start, 4-4. He's had multiple high earned run games in his last several starts. Mackenzie Gore, on the other hand, he's been back and forth. 1 good game, 1 bad game, 1 good game. He's starting to throw more strikeout stuff. 6, 10, and 6 in his last 3 starts with strikeouts. Look, I think this is a spot for the Toronto Blue Jays at home. They've kind of been on a little bit of a skid here as late, trading wins, trading losses. I think that they need to start stringing some wins together. I think coming off that game yesterday is a perfect spot for them to get one today. Give me Kevin Gausman, 3.23 ERA. It is trending in the wrong direction right now, but I do believe Gausman gets this team back on track, gets a quality start here, and I believe the bats with George Springer, Vlad Guerrero, Dalton Varsho, all those boys show up today. And as you can see in the case file, all these engine edges, home field, there's some key injuries. We know Corey Seager is hurt. Jack Leiter, he's not obviously not starting today, but starting quality pitcher edge does go to the Rangers a little bit with Mackenzie Gore. We knew that. He throws better strikeout stuff. He's been trending in a better direction. But look, the run differential for the bats is starting to wake up for Toronto. There is an edge in that venue for sure. Kevin Gausman plays better, at home than on the road. So I also think that the Rangers haven't shown me a lot when they're on the road this year. So give me the Toronto Blue Jays, minus 156. I know it's not the sexiest play, but that's where we're going to go in this one. The sexy play of the day was probably that Pittsburgh Pirates play as far as an underdog goes, guys. We might have one here in the Mets, guys. I like Freddie Peralta. I like Juan Soto. I believe Lindor's back in the lineup today. I'm going to go with the Mets here. I just like where they're at, guys. I like what I see ahead of them. Like, they've really sucked all year long, but this is a spot facing Matthew Boyd, who's been a very gettable pitcher, with Freddie Peralta on the mound. They're going to have to get this one today. They can't let the Cubs continue to beat up on them. Their bats need to wake up. Freddie Peralta needs to throw his strikeout shit, and they need to get after Matt Boyd, who is not a good starting pitcher, guys. Look, the New York Mets have the home field advantage today. They've got their better pitcher on the mound who pitches better in MetLife, or whatever the hell their stadium name is out there in New York for the Mets. I think MetLife is the NFL stadium. But here nor there, guys. Peralta pitches better in the New York Mets stadium. I think that they can get to the Cubs today. I know that the Cubs do have a little bit of an edge here in the run differential, and we all know that. The bats have been cold with the Mets, but I think Peralta can keep those Cubs bats a little off today, a little quiet today. So give me Peralta and the Mets today to find a win here on the money line at minus 108. All right, guys. Last two games of the night. We got the New York Yankees taking on the Boston Red Sox. I don't know. This might be a glitch here. But I just can't see where the engine points are adding up for 15. Like, even if when I go up here, guys. See, this is what we're looking. We're working towards this every single day to make this the greatest app on earth to bet for you guys. But look, record edge goes to the Yankees. We know that. Starting pitcher, Cam Schitler's a dog. He's an ace. Sub-2 ERA. Recent run differential. The run differential through the roof. Yankees and bats have woke up. Boston's starting pitcher, he's pitching at home, so obviously, Conley Early plays better at home than he does on the road. I think both these pitchers, whether it's Tolly or Early, they both pitch better in Fenway. But look, Cam Schitler is travel. He goes anywhere. He travels well. So starting pitcher for the Yankees doesn't matter. Road in Yankee Stadium. So, that's my only thing when I was looking at the app here today. I saw it was the bar for the Red Sox were pushed all the way over. Maybe the formula's flipped backwards. Maybe it's wanting to lean this way, but it's going that way. I don't know. But, this would be the only game I think I'm against the app. If this is how the app's reading it, this would be the only one I'm against. And I'm all for the Yankees here. Minus 148. I think Cam Schitler is the better pitcher. I think that the bats for the Yankees have woke up. I went against the Yankees a couple times over the last couple weeks, and I've lost those games. I don't want to lose this game today. I think that this is a great game. This is a rivalry. Sometimes, you don't want to pay the juice in this rivalry matchup. We went to the Red Sox last time they played. It cashed us. I don't like what I've seen out of the Red Sox. I called it yesterday on the show. Play the Rockies plus 166. Once Suarez comes off the bump, it's over for them. The Rockies came back. They beat them. They earned 6 runs in 2 innings. Come on, guys. It's the Yankees here. It's one of my favorite plays of the day as far as a spot play goes. This is a rivalry game where they kind of traded off in the series last time. Give me the Yankees here, minus 150. They got the ace Cam Schitler on the mound. I think they can get off after this Red Sox team that has not been hitting the ball well, especially against righty pitchers. So let's keep it moving, guys, into the last game of the night. We got Arizona taking on St. Louis Cardinals. Once again, we have the Diamondbacks going into Busch Stadium, where the Cardinals play a much better brand of ball. The Diamondbacks did get them And they have a great run differential. We know that the Diamondbacks can put runs up in bunches. But Michael McGreevy has been no slouch. 2.4 ERA. He's got an edge. He pitches better at home than on the road. 2.2 at home versus a 4.4 on the road. Arizona, they've got a decent starting pitcher today, but Zach Gallen has been gettable, guys. And let's just look at that. Zach Gallen is not an ace for these guys. 12 hits last game, 9 earned runs, 3, 4, 4, 5, 3, 2, 7. He's had one game under 3 earned runs in his last 10 starts. Look, Zach Gallen will get peppered by these Cardinals bats. These Cardinals have hit the ball really well, especially against righties. Go ahead and give me the Cardinals here on the money line. I'm not going to overthink this one. I think the Cardinals continue to roll. They're one of the better teams in MLB at the moment. And I know a lot of people think they're going to regress. I don't see it at this point. Regression typically sets in here right around now, right before the break or right after the break. I think the Cardinals roll right on into the playoffs. Go ahead, give me the St. Louis Cardinals here on the money line. So guys, that's it. That's the show. I appreciate you tuning in. It's Tequila Thursday. I'm going to try to be live at 5:30. I am unsure if I'll be able to make it. It is summertime, and I am in town. I am in the DC area, and when I'm in this area, my kids, I spend a lot of time with them. So we'll see if I have time to be available around 5:30. That's why I've started to try to grow this YouTube page, guys. It is for you guys to be able to tune in and get some of that information I would give you on live. I know you're missing the lottos and, hey, who's going to hit a home run and who's going to do this? But honestly, that is also the draw to sign up for my premium packages. When I'm diving in and I'm looking at all the next level data points, and I'm looking at, the home run signals here on Blowout Alert, and I'm looking at the projections, who's got the better matchups, Jack Caglione, why didn't I pick Caglione? Why did I go with Junior Caminero today? Why did I go with Brandon Lowe? Because they're not on the front page of that, but Junior Caminero was recommended by our data. But why did I pick those two, and why did I sequence them right? You know what I mean? So those are all things that go into, paying for my premium pass. You're going to get plays that I put a lot of time in. I'm up talking to my partner here in this application last night, about it at 3, 4 in the morning, agreeing on some things and disagreeing on some things, but I think that we're going towards such a high level of a trajectory on this, man. If you're not using it, you're leaving profits on the table 100%. Like if you're playing hitting props or total base props, why are you not on this? I don't see another app out there giving you, oh, what's his average on hits over the last 15 games. It's 1.6. He's hit that rate 73% of the time. I can click on it and I can get all this information, splits. I can find out exactly how well he's played in Citi Field where the Mets play. He's only had 12 games in that field, but he's got 3 hits, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 4 walks. He's got a 250 batting average, nothing special. But there are some other stadiums he absolutely crushes the ball at, Obviously, Busch Stadium and AT&T Park, Pete Crow goes crazy. Like, this is a next level app, guys. And if you're not using it, you're leaving money on the table. Pitcher strikeouts, guys. Talked about value last night on a show. But like Cade Cavalli, right? His line is 4.5. He's exceeded that line 60% of the time, right? So the correct play is right around 5 on his strikeouts. Pay the juice, whatever it is, just play 5Ks. Cade Cavalli should get 5Ks today. All right. But that's it, man. That's the show, guys. In review on the slate, let's just go to the watch list. We are going to go with St. Louis on the money line. We're going to go with the New York Mets on the money line. We're going to go with the New York Yankees on the money line. We're going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. We're going to go with the Phillies on the money line. We're going to go with the Houston Astros on the money line. And then lastly, San Francisco Giants on the money line, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's the show, man. I appreciate you tuning in. If you want my top plays, guys, just go to the Winible link. Sign up today. Use code word Tequila. Simple as that. Cash to plus 1,600 home run parlay. And off to the races. Let's see what else we can come up with. FIFA up next. Let's see what we do. Ciao. See you later. Book the one way.